Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the winning streak. We are currently on episode 19, meaning we have as many episodes as LeBron has All-Star appearances. I'll put the clip after this just because, but
Welcome back to the Draymond Green Show. This is our 18th episode. That's right. We have as many episodes as LeBron James has All-Star appearances.
starting off for the NBA awards, I'm just going to go through the list really quick. My MVP, we're doing like our top three in order. MVP for me goes Jokic, KD, Booker. Defensive Player of the Year, I have AD, Bam, Adebayo, or Jaren Jackson Jr. Rookie of the Year, I have Chet Holmgren, Scoot Henderson, or Victor Wembanyama. Sixth Man of the Year predictions, I have CP3, Emmanuel Quickley, or Malcolm Brogdon. And then for Most Improved Player, DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, or Austin Reeves. And then for my Coach of the Year predictions, I have Darvin Ham, Frank Vogel, and Eric Spoelstra.
My MVP, I got Jokic, Luka, Shea, and my DPOY, I have Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson Jr., Nick Claxton. For my Rookie of the Year, I have Brendan Miller, Chet Holmgren, Wembanyama. Then my Sixth Man of the Year, I have Malcolm Brogdon, Norman Powell, Emmanuel Quickley. And then my Most Improved, I have Jonathan Kuminga, Anthony Simons, Mikal Bridges, and then my Coach of the Year is Frank Vogel, Adrian Griffin, or Chauncey Billups.
So quick, just explanations really quick for each of ours. MVP, we're just going to give the explanation briefly.
Yeah.
Jokic, I feel like I don't even have to really explain
I
that
feel
one.
like he's
just the top pick
fresh
again.
off of the championship.
Yeah. If he, I mean,
he
I
should
don't
be on
see him.
three MVPs straight.
I know.
Anyway.
This should be his fourth in a row.
Yeah, to be honest.
And then KD and Booker, I just have a feeling one of the Suns players is going to get it this year. It's been a long time, and they've been due for one, both players, for a little while. So especially Book.
And then I said Luka and Shea. I feel like Luka's due for one at this point.
Yeah, in the next couple of years for
sure.
He'll
get it done soon enough. And then Shea, I just feel like
he was up there last year.
I'm high on the Thunder. He's looked really good. There's a good chance he averages like 30 points this year.
Again.
And if they end up like top like 5 seed in the West, I feel like he could for sure get it.
And they could end up getting top 5 seed too. Hi, Annie. And then Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson won last year, so he's going to be in the competition again.
For sure.
And then Bam Adebayo and AD are both just amazing defensive players who are going to shine this year, I think. So,
a lot of like what had to do with mine is defensive rating. So
yeah,
I mean, Evan Mobley's great defender, statistically great defender. I mean, just Cleveland in general. I mean, him or like, I blanked on his name, so I'm not even gonna.
Garland.
No. Jared Allen. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Great defensive like
team.
Twin Tower setup.
Yeah.
And then I just bumped the mic. My bad. And then I got JJJ fresh off last year, and then I have Nick Claxton. Great.
I did like that.
I feel like he could for sure like take another step up. He's looked good for the past 2 years.
He could even be in the Most Improved talk. Any Nets player could be up this year. And then Rookie of the Year, Chet, Scoot, and Wemby. Chet is technically playing his first year in the NBA.
It's his rookie year.
And he's set up on a winning team, in my opinion.
One way, like I remember people were mad about like Ben Simmons and like
Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid, Blake Griffin.
Yeah,
having fake rookie years. True. But I mean, for him, to be honest, he was a young freshman.
Yeah.
That declared. So I mean,
you
got to think this dude would be graduating his sophomore year at college. It's not like he was like an old man or something like that's significantly better than everybody else.
Yeah.
So I have him as my second. I have Brandon Miller. He's looked really great in preseason, super athletic.
And I said like a while ago on the podcast, like he's just perfect for the team. So
I mean, if you go back, I said some things that I would consider incorrect about Brandon Miller as we speak. But I think he can be solid for sure. I mean, I have him as my first MVP. Or not MVP. My Rookie of the Year. Just a part of that being what's going on with the Hornets right now.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, Miles Bridges, I don't know if he's in jail or not right now.
He turned himself in, so probably something like that. Yeah.
But political discussion. Okay, and
And then
I had
Scoot and
Wemby.
Wemby
I
are
just
just
felt like
obvious.
I just didn't want to say Scoot because
Yeah.
you said Scoot. So I kept
Yeah.
Wemby on there
That's
just because there's a good chance if he's actually like pretty solid. He
Yeah,
can
and they're
go.
going to be on him all season.
Yeah,
So
so I mean,
there's
it's
yeah.
if he's good,
He's self-explanatory,
yeah,
really.
he's very self-explanatory. I had to include him just because,
Yeah. And then 6th man of the year, I had Chris Paul. He's technically starting for the first couple weeks until
Yeah.
Draymond is back. I'm not sure how that's going to end up working out for the award. I don't know if he can still get it. But I feel like if he can, he's going to be easily the best 6th man in the league. He's probably going to average like 8 or 9 assists and then score mid-ranges like always.
Mhm.
Perfect for Curry and Kuminga.
Yeah, I think he'll be great, to be honest.
And then Emmanuel
I'm
Quickley
high on
is
the
he's just
Warriors this year.
up there for sure. And Malcolm Brogdon's going to have a really great 6th man
Mhm.
season for the Blazers, I think.
I think he'll be very solid with the Blazers.
Yeah, he was your
I
number
had
one.
him first,
Mhm.
and then I had Norman Powell. I think they'll just look pretty solid this
Yeah.
year. Good setup for him. And then I said Emmanuel Quickley. I feel like Emmanuel Quickley's very talented. I mean,
Yeah.
quick guard, good passer.
He
He's
could
looked good for
start
the
on a
past
lot
like
of
2
other
years.
teams.
I feel like he should be starting, to be
I
honest,
know.
but he's a good bench piece. I like it.
Yeah.
Keep the
Would you
bench
start
hot.
him over what's his name? Why am I blanking on it? It's not. Is it Josh Hart? Is he?
Josh Hart. I
think
guess
so.
he's a shooting guard. But
Yeah.
I mean,
You
Quickley's
could
a
argue
small
it.
point guard.
Yeah, he could
So
be
I
a shooting
guess
guard in my opinion.
it makes sense to
Yeah.
not start him. I
It's
think
fair.
he's good to come off the bench, and I don't think that's as big of a deal as some people
Jesus.
think. Like somebody not starting.
Yeah, it really isn't a big deal at all.
I don't think it is. So, I mean, you can get into your.
Yeah, my coach of the year.
Oh,
Or no, most improved player. My bad. Aiton. I've been saying this the past few weeks since he got
That's fair.
traded. He's just gonna have a breakout
he'll look
year.
great for sure.
He already looks pretty good on the
Mhm.
team, and him and Scoot are
He
gonna be a
didn't play
lethal
tonight.
duo.
I mean,
Oh, did he not?
no, I don't think Blazers brought out like any of their actual
Yeah.
starters tonight.
I think Scoot played a lot.
No, I don't think he played.
He had projections on Prize Pick, so he had to have played like a decent amount.
I didn't see him on the roster. I like checked
Well,
box score. I mean, I can check.
regardless, I think they'll be good. I had Mikal Bridges. I don't think this one's super likely just because he's already really good. I don't see how he could improve. But he's going to be the first option on that team. And he's probably just going to end up putting crazy numbers like a Russ on the Wizards kind of guy, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Scoot went 3 for 10 in 27 minutes. So
yikes. That makes sense though, the way I kind of put
yeah.
that. Like he'll be like a Russ on the Wizards kind of guy. And then Austin Reeves, I feel like he's going to have a big jump this year. I don't think they should be able to hear that because last episode they couldn't.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's going to have a really big jump this year, considering he got his number called a lot during the end of the season last year. And he was like a big part of that team last year. Good idea. Exercise. So I think Austin Reeves could even be number 2 for me. So
yeah, that's fair.
And then getting into yours.
Okay, so I said Jonathan Kuminga. He's been looking really good. Super athletic guy. I mean, I feel like the Warriors are going to be pretty solid this year. So make it tough in the West.
Oh, shoot. Mike fell a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much you guys heard, but it doesn't matter, honestly, anyways. The TikTok part is what matters. But keep going.
I feel like that just like I mean, there's not much for me to say. I think he'll probably be the starting like power forward throughout the season.
Yeah, he should be. I don't know why Steve Kerr is saying Clay will be. I don't understand.
It doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't. So.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Does that imply they're starting? Is Kuminga playing small forward? They said that.
I think so. I mean, I would assume.
Or are they going to start Andrew Wiggins?
I guess he would be the 6th man.
But Andrew Wiggins should be the power forward. He's bigger.
I know. I don't know what they're doing.
It's like actually listed as a power forward.
I think they just want to run small ball.
I know.
I mean, you can switch Clay out within a minute if you want to.
It
so it doesn't matter,
really
honestly.
But I said Anthony Simons. I'm sorry. He looks really good. I feel like he'll have a bigger chance to like score and stuff on the Blazers team.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I said Mikal Bridges as well. I feel like there's a good chance he's an All-Star this year.
Oh yeah, I'd say 100%.
I feel like that's a part of it.
Yeah.
And you can get into your coach of the year.
Yeah, for my coach of the year, number 1 I had Darvin Ham. I just feel like the Lakers, they're such a deep team this year, and they're going to be insane. And Darvin Ham's just leading the way. It's the same thing with Frank Vogel. They're just going to be on a really good team, so they're going to look insanely good. And then Eric Spoelstra, I don't see the Heat doing very good this year. I don't know why. I just have a really bad feeling for them this year. Like terrible regular season, maybe make playoffs. But he's still always one of the best coaches in the league by far. And even if they lose, he'll still be considered
a good
one of
coach.
the best. So
I said Vogel just because Suns are a good team.
yeah,
And getting into that, Adrian Griffin is his first season with the Bucks. I feel like there's a
yeah,
good chance the Bucks clear 65 games.
yeah. I was
one
gonna
this year.
say like they're just gonna
So I mean, if
win
he has
so
a good
much.
season as a new head
First year
coach,
head
they'll
coach.
for sure
Yeah,
give it to him.
yeah. That makes
Honestly,
sense.
I probably going back, I probably should have put him first. But
I think he for sure could be. I
and then I
almost
said
put
Chauncey Billups kind of for the same reason.
yeah,
I mean, that's a rebuild. If they could like sneak in like a play-in appearance
yeah,
with a whole new team, pretty much,
yeah.
it would be impressive. And
It
I
would
think they
be.
would give it to him off of that. It's kind of like the same situation with like Thibodeau with the Knicks a few years back when he
Yeah,
won
I do know what you're talking
over
about. It
Monty,
was.
even though the Suns won like
I
63
know.
games that year,
Yeah,
which
kind
doesn't
of
make a whole lot
stupid.
of sense. But
Yeah,
well, maybe they were right because Monty was a horrible coach.
yeah. Yeah, ended
Yeah.
up being for sure.
And then
Timestamp 11. Trying to keep up. And then you want to get into NFL?
last week's
Yeah. So
sleepers
getting
and bust,
into or no recap of
okay.
this week's games in the NFL. Switching over to NFL. Starting off with Chiefs versus Broncos. Chiefs ended up taking the win.
Mhm.
Obviously, it was a weirdly
Close game.
decent game. Yeah, Russ just sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is terrible. We both had the Chiefs winning, so we both got that one right. Ravens Titans in London. A really good game, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
not bad at all. I gave the Titans one more chance. Zeke had the Ravens, and Titans
Mhm.
blew their last chance for
Yeah.
me against decent
Never
teams.
again.
So it was an
I
okay
actually
game.
did pretty solid on picks this week.
Yeah, we both
We both did,
missed
but
like
we
two,
like
I think, which is pretty
I think
crazy.
we like swapped the ones that we didn't agree with and everything.
Yeah. And then
But
Panthers Dolphins.
mhm.
Don't even need to explain who we picked or who won. It should be obvious. Panthers are 0-6, guys.
Yeah.
Texans versus Saints. Zeke went with his Saints as always. I went with the Texans. It was a pretty good
It
game.
was a close game.
CJ Stroud's really good.
Yeah,
He
he's
threw his
pretty
first
solid.
interception.
I mean, he's looking like he's for sure the best quarterback in this class. I mean, you
Yeah.
could argue up
Oh, yeah.
until this week that Anthony Richardson was close, but he's out for the
Yeah,
season.
I know.
So,
Prayers up for him. And then,
yeah.
I think, especially after this week Puka had, terrible week, I think he's rookie of the year right now.
Yeah.
And
I'd
then
agree.
Commanders Falcons, pretty crappy game. I had Commanders, Zeke had Falcons. Commanders ended up winning that one. Jaguars versus Colts. The Jags, 3 straight wins. They beat the Colts. We both had the Jags. They don't look bad right now.
They don't look real bad.
It was
honestly
the week
I've
I
always
said they're
said
going to start
this.
going on a decline. They won
Yeah.
3 straight.
I've always said this that like they overperform against
Yeah,
like good teams, and
Yeah.
then they underperform against bad teams, and
yeah.
that stands.
They're due
so.
for ass whooping at some point in the next
Yeah.
few weeks, I think. Bengals versus Seahawks. I almost went with the Seahawks, but I decided to go Bengals with Zeke. They ended up winning. It was a really weird game. Like, I don't know if you watched it, but some of the
I didn't watch
refing and
the games this week.
just Gino, like the turnovers were crazy
Yeah.
that game. It was just turnover after turnover. But Vikings Bears, the Bears have been on a hot streak, and then Justin Fields went back to normal and threw for 60 yards.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Like, honestly, throwing for 60 yards in a game is
Justin
gross.
Fields?
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
did
got
get
hurt.
injured. I
He
forgot
got
about
hurt.
that part. But it was
Yeah.
pretty late. It was like fourth quarter, so Vikings ended up winning that one. I had the Bears.
He just
Zeke
needs a
had
new
the
coach,
Vikings. Yeah. Browns versus 49ers. I think this is my upset of the week, if I'm correct. Yeah.
I'd agree.
So my
I
upset
didn't
of the
make
week,
mine this week, so I'm
Browns
going off the
beat
dome.
the 49ers with, not only would it have been the upset of the week if they had Deshaun Watson, they had the worst backup quarterback possibly
Yeah.
in history. He has like 6 or 7 interceptions in like 3 starts, I think, or something like that.
Disgusting work.
So I don't even want to get into that. It was just it's a gross game. CMC and Debo went down, which I'll get into at the end of the video. But there's no excuse for that, honestly. That's embarrassing.
It really is.
Raiders versus Patriots. We went 100% on the last 6 games. Raiders versus Patriots. Raiders took the win. Patriots are horrible. Mac Jones is god awful.
He's really bad. I mean, I actually had going into next week's bus.
Mac Jones?
Like not Mac Jones specifically, but just
any Patriots
any
player.
Patriots player.
Kendrick Bourne had 19 last week.
That's actually
still.
he's one of my bus. I feel like
that's
he's
fair,
inconsistent.
honestly. Yeah.
I mean, he's had like 2 big random weeks this year, and I
Yeah.
just feel like a lot of people are gonna pick him up off of waivers if he's available. I know I'm spoiling, but like I gotta explain there.
No, yeah, I get you. Lions, Bucks. I wanted to go Bucks, but I figured it wouldn't end up working out. They still
The
didn't look
Lions look
horrible.
really
The
good,
Lions
though.
look pretty good. I want
Best
them to
record in the
play.
league.
I do want them to play a better team,
I saw this thing and
but
it was like, no matter how old you are right now, this is the best Lions team anybody's ever seen in their entire life,
that's true.
and it
Actually,
really
that's
is,
crazy.
honestly,
And they do look really good. They're going to be in the playoffs this year.
for sure. They'll win.
I'm
division.
excited for the Cowboys Lions game. In
I
a
don't
couple
remember
weeks.
if we did this in one of the first episodes, but we did like division predictions. I think
we
Do
did.
you remember if I said I think the Lions are going to win the division?
I don't remember. I think we agreed on that though.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We'll have to check.
That or I said Vikings might. And
I might
I
put the
couldn't
clip.
have foreseen that Kirk Cousins was going to be
I
not
know.
good, and
I think we
Jay
did
Jettis was
say
gonna
the
get injured.
Vikings. Well, we'll check. I'll try to. If I find it, I'll put the clip here. I'll send him looking for it while I edit.
Yeah.
And then Rams Cardinals, good rivalry game, fun game. Rams killed them this time though.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is back. Kyron Williams
Big
had
game.
a crazy
Big
game.
by Kyron Williams.
160 yards and a touchdown is gross.
On 22 carries.
Yeah.
Very solid. I mean, I like when running backs get a lot of carries. I
Yeah.
just feel like that's how football should be played.
I did
If you're not
lie,
dominant every
actually.
2
I don't
plays.
know. I messed this up so bad somehow. Earlier, for the Jets-Eagles game, I put that you were wrong and I was right, and then I accidentally switched us to both being right. But we were both wrong. We both picked the Eagles to win, and the
Oh.
Jets pulled off arguably the upset
I
of
feel
the
like you
week.
said something about the Jets, though.
No, I'm a dumbass. I was like, I know the Eagles' loss is coming, but it's not going to be this week.
Yeah.
In the last, 3 weeks, I bet against the Eagles. And this week, I'll give myself 50% credit.
No.
But, yeah, the Jets took on the Eagles and just killed them. There was no excuse for the Eagles.
No,
There's nothing you could say as an Eagles
bad
fan.
game from Jalen Hurts.
3 straight interceptions, and no one's talking about it. I'd like to hear about that. Along with, I'll get into it after this one, Bills versus Giants, self-explanatory. Bills. Not really, actually.
Not really. It was a close
Bills
game.
got bailed out by the refs, realistically, and the Giants had a good game.
Tyrod Taylor wasn't good, but he was
No, I like him. He's solid. I think you give him time to develop, he could actually be decent in the league. I honestly do.
I mean, he's developed plenty.
Yeah, but I think you let him start more.
He would have started that year with the Chargers if he didn't get stabbed in the lung with a syringe.
Jeez, I can't
It's the most insane
crazy
story
stuff
of all
happened. But what I was gonna say is, I want to hear about how good Dak played tonight.
He played very good.
I don't care if I sound like a Cowboys
played really
fan.
bad last week, so I mean, it's like a good way to get morale up.
Yeah, and I don't care if I just sound like a normal Cowboys fan. We came off a bad week, and this was a insanely good win against a really good team with their best player back this week off a bye week. It was just a great game.
How did Eckler play? I didn't really check his stats.
He played okay, but Cowboys ended up winning that game. We both had Cowboys. It was a really great game.
Eckler, 10 points, 27 yards.
Damn.
Yeah, so
that's pretty bad, actually.
Not very good.
Yeah, but I was very happy.
I thought I was tripping, dude. I thought I read each reception.
Right?
I thought it said he had 35 receptions. I was like, what?
It was 20-17, right?
Oh, yeah.
Stephon Gilmore and Micah Parsons are crazy clutch. Stephon Gilmore had one.
I wouldn't argue. Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't argue that.
Yeah, he had one pretty bad PI. It wasn't the worst, but he got him.
It was PI for sure.
After getting the game-winning interception, it really doesn't matter. And then Micah Parsons is Defensive Player of the Year, worthy, 100%.
Yeah, that's fair.
I said him or Fred Warner, and I'm very happy about that because both of them are looking great.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I said him or Nick Bosa. I don't remember, or TJ Watt or something like that.
Yeah.
But
and then getting into our sleeper and bust reviews. Oh, and my game of the week was Cowboys Chargers. I think it was Bengals Seahawks, but this game was amazing.
I would give that my game of the week as well because that was the only game I watched this week.
I was gonna say. So getting into sleeper bust review, I went 4 for 6 overall, in my opinion. Started with Adam Thielen versus Miami. It was a great pick because he ended up getting 28.5. it was kind of obvious that you should start him, but I feel like this is the week that solidified it.
Yeah.
Like
He's
last
had like
week, it was
sporadic
iffy.
good weeks.
Yeah, and now
then
he's insane.
the last few weeks he's been looking
He's
like
unreal.
a clear starter.
Yeah.
So I mean, I started choking right there.
I did forget to get us a drink, so that kind of sucks. And then
okay.
Jordan Addison versus Chicago. He had 11.8. I counted it as a win. He was projected 9.
Yeah.
So I feel like he didn't do great, but
I
it's
put
fair.
like a mid,
Like a question mark
on it.
Yeah. Usually I do that, but just considering he was projected 9 and he got about 3 more, it was kind of fair.
Mhm.
And then Gabe Davis versus the Giants was a big miss. He only got 3.1. So
Yeah.
I'm whenever I pick him, he goes the opposite.
Yeah, that's why I stopped trying to like put certain players on there because it always happens to me. My sleepers, so starting off really bad. Cole Kmet 2.9.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He was my starter as well, so
It is
unfortunate.
that, yeah.
Jordan Addison as well. He was better than projected, but he was okay.
It's fair.
I had Raheem Mostert, who did very well. He was coming off
obvious.
of he wasn't the true starting running back.
That's true. I mean, you hit it.
We were also talking about like, why am I blanking on
Jeff Wilson?
Jeff Wilson. I almost said I was mixing him up with Fred Warner. I was going to say Fred
49er
Wilson Jr.
players. Fred Wilson. That's fair.
He had 34.9, so
yeah, he went off.
Very solid.
And then you want to go bust first, or me?
I'll go bust first. Good pick, Hunter Henry 1.7. Tutu Atwell, good pick 4.0.
Yeah.
And then this one was really bad, bad miss. Vikings defense. I said they were going to do really bad. They put up 22 points.
Oh my god!
So
how do you miss that bad on a defense, bro? I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
that's pretty crazy.
Partly was because the Bears were coming off of a big week, and I expected them to come out.
I see why.
Again. And I thought it was weird that coming off of a week that good, that they were projected like 8.7 on a generally really bad defense. So I was like,
that's
you know what?
fair.
I'll just throw it on there. If they go under 8.7, that's a win.
They did not go under 8.7.
They went 4 times. 3 times 8.7. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Getting into, I put 2 X's in front of it. Sure.
Double miss. My bust, I had Jonathan Taylor versus Jacksonville. He had 11.5. He was projected more.
Yeah,
I consider that a win because I'm sure a lot of people are still all the Jonathan Taylor owners out there. I know you guys are thinking, oh, he's gonna get at least 15, 16 this week. This is the week. It's not gonna happen. Don't get your hopes up. Trade him while you can.
Try to trade him to somebody.
I don't even know if you can at this point, but try to get value out of him before he ruins your team. I said Ayuk versus Cleveland. Decent pick. He had 11.6. He was projected more, but he still did decent. I'll give him that. And then I'm saying 50% for this one because I specifically stated AJ Brown, but it was Devontae Smith who really ended up getting guarded by Sauce more throughout the game. Devontae did crap, but since I said AJ Brown, I'll go with it. It was a miss. He had 20.3, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting into next week's really quick before I start, I'm going to try to go through all 6 with the explanations within 2 minutes. We should both do that so that we can make it a clip on the reels and stuff.
Okay.
Just I'm pointing that out. Okay, hold on one second. I'm trying to get these timestamps, y'all. I know you guys aren't even watching the full video.
Yeah, to be honest, these videos are literally just what we use.
Yeah, pretty much.
Clips.
I just like.
I don't think anybody watches these all the way through. I feel like
last week,
to be honest,
the one with up the score actually
that one
is pretty decent. Yeah.
For whatever reason in my head, I always felt like these would do really well on Spotify and stuff.
Yeah, I need to get that going.
We need to get it going.
I will. I'll try to do it tonight.
But I always just felt like it worked better, and then we cut everything down to clips, and I feel like that's what most other podcasts do.
Yeah.
So,
but 2 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes each for these. I'll go first with my sleepers for week 7. I started with DK Metcalf versus Arizona. Bigger than everyone around him, and it's a bad pass defense. Cardinals are going on a decline. I said Chris Godwin and Mike Evans versus versus Atlanta. Terrible defense again, coming off a loss, and Baker should be playing, I think. And then I said Elijah Mitchell versus Minnesota. CMC is likely out, and he's a running back one on any other team. And then
I don't know about that.
On a lot of other teams. He was solid before Christian McCaffrey.
He was pretty solid. It wasn't that solid, though.
And then I said for my bus, I said DJ Moore versus the Raiders. No Justin Fields. Terrible backup. Not even nameable. Raiders are on a hot streak. They're going to continue. I said Kyle Pitts versus Tampa Bay. Last 2 weeks should not fool you. He's bound to decline at some
He
point.
finally got a touchdown.
Yeah. And then Brock Purdy versus Minnesota. Lost 2 key receivers in Debo and in his running back. And the run game is just as good as it was with Christian McCaffrey, in my opinion, still.
Okay.
So, I think I did indeed. Sick. Okay.
Okay.
Put you to the test. Go.
So, my sleepers, I'm starting with Jared Goff. He's QB4, only rostered in 60% of leagues.
Damn.
On ESPN, at least.
Solid.
Brandon Ayuk, I feel like injuries-wise, Debo's out. CMC's out. He might even be getting running touches.
That's fair, yeah.
This week. As you know, Kyle Shanahan likes doing that.
Yeah.
I said Brett Mayer, he's kicker 2, and he's only rostered in 49% of leagues. He put up 15 last week.
A lot of people switch in and out, so yeah.
That is true, but I mean, like, the kicker 2, he's been kicker 2. He's been putting up 9+ every week this year.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, you got it. If you're not paying attention to guys like that, which a lot of people don't, but you should.
Yeah,
they win weeks. And then my bust, I have Kendrick Bourne. Mac Jones is really bad.
Yeah.
I don't even think like Bailey Zappi can fix that, but
we'll see.
that whole team needs to rebuild, start from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
He's also just inconsistent.
Yeah.
And then this one, I said Jared Judy and Cortland Sutton.
Okay.
Or just either.
Either
I don't
one.
really know. It depends who's getting like main coverage.
Yeah.
Also, just like in general, Russ is bad.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I agree.
Accuracy issues, bad line, bad play calling.
Yeah,
in general,
it's just a bad team.
And then I said DJ Moore because Fields is likely out.
Okay.
So
yeah, I agree with that one for sure.
I feel like there wasn't like a lot of detail in there. It was just like
it's basic. Like you don't have to give a ton of detail either. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. And then, shall we do next week's predictions or injury list first? Probably.
Let's do injuries real quick. I feel like that makes sense. Doesn't make sense, so we don't have to explain our decisions.
27. We kept it under 4 minutes, that whole segment. So that's pretty good. Getting into next week's injuries, some of them are not just next week. Some of them are season, yeah. We had Damian Harris with a neck injury. It was terrible.
Yeah.
He looked paralyzed for a few minutes.
I just want to say one thing. Why is DeMar Hamlin's number retired on the ambulance?
I don't even want to get into that. That's just it's I get it, but it's excessive.
I don't get it. Like, there's no way he's like, yeah.
That's it.
That's sick. I'm so honored to be on the
Bills ambulance. To be known for the one who died on the field. Like, I wouldn't want to be known by that.
That's horrible. Like, he won the game alive.
Yeah. Same game. Josh Allen, shoulder injury. Undecided how long he'll be out.
I think he'll play.
Probably. Justin Fields, hand injury. He is probably going to be out for at least this week. David Montgomery, rib injury. Not sure how long he'll be out. Most of these I'm not positive.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence, knee injury.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, that's true. Trevor Lawrence, knee injury. He's probably fine, realistically. Jimmy G had a back injury. He actually didn't look too good. So that backup came out and threw a 70-yard bomb, and it was insane.
Is it Stidham?
I don't even remember. I think so. I'm not positive.
Watch this week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
Unfortunately, coming off a huge week, Kyron Williams ankle injury. That was unfortunate.
They're listing him as projected out now. He's marked as questionable, but he's projected out.
Yeah.
So.
And then Christian McCaffrey, oblique injury. I don't even know, so I'm not going to bother to bring it up. Deebo Samuel, shoulder injury. Baker Mayfield, hand contusion. He should be back. And then Ryan Tannehill, ankle. So Malik Willis is finally getting his time to shine.
Unless they
play. Wait, no. I was gonna say freaking Stetson Bennett. It's Will Levis. Yeah.
Which they could. All I could think of was Mayo Boy because I couldn't remember his name.
Mayo Boy. I know exactly what you mean too.
Yeah.
And then next week's predictions. Do you have a list?
Yeah, I got the list.
Okay, thank God. I did not have a list. Yeah, what's up?
Thursday Night Football, we have Jacksonville and New Orleans.
Don't do it, bro.
I'm going to go with
Jacksonville's on a hot streak, and I don't see them
just because they're on a hot streak, but New Orleans isn't bad. I think it'll be a good game, especially for Thursday Night Football, because Thursday Night Football usually sucks.
Yeah, it could be worse.
And then we'll
Could
get
be Broncos
into
Chiefs.
Sunday, which is a very short.
A lot of bye weeks, like
there's-
6, I think. Huh?
I didn't have them
I
listed.
hate that.
I probably should have. That would have been smart.
It's fine.
Doesn't
I think it's
matter.
Cowboys.
If you don't
Lions,
hear the
and
teams playing, then you know.
yeah.
Okay, starting with. Are the Cardinals on bye week, or did I just miss half the slate? I'm tripping. I missed half the slate. There's no way.
OMG. Okay, look it up really quick.
Dude.
While I go through this, we got episode 19, awards, game recap, sleeper bust review, next week predictions, injuries. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I did.
This is the last
I
one.
missed half the slate.
Okay, just look up next week.
Okay, so we have Vegas, Chicago. That's
a pretty good game.
I have Vegas.
Yeah, I'll take the Raiders as well, especially if Justin Fields is out.
Yeah.
That no-name quarterback is not going to do anything against the hot Raiders right now.
Cleveland, Indiana. I have Indiana. I think. Well, I don't know. I'm saying Indiana. Colts. Indianapolis. There we go.
Gardner. That's a pretty good game.
Even though like the Browns came off of a good week last week, they have a really good defense, but
they do have a great defense. If Deshaun Watson plays, I'll go Browns. If not, I'll go for sure Colts. I still think Colts could pull it off, and I guarantee they're going to end up pulling it off.
Minshew's
since I'm
really
saying
good.
that.
And I mean, they have good running setup. I'm not worried about them without Anthony Richardson.
No, yeah, I'll go Colts, actually. I'm going to go ahead. I agree.
I convinced you.
I just thought about it.
Bills and Patriots. I have Bills, even though it's in Foxborough.
Dude,
not a big deal. They are really bad.
I so badly want to predict Patriots just because the other year, but I'm gonna say Bills. 100%.
I feel like there's a good chance it's by like 40 points.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's gonna be a pretty close game, but I think the Bills are gonna win for sure. That's my crazy prediction.
We have Washington and the Giants.
Commanders, baby.
Yeah.
NFC beast, except the Giants.
I'm going with the Giants.
Really?
I mean, if Tyrod Taylor's playing.
No, I think Dude, Sam Howell is legit. I'm not
gonna say he's legit, but
Sam Howell's solid.
Moving on to Falcons and Tampa Bay. I have Tampa Bay.
Bucks, baby.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield all day.
That one's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I love Baker Mayfield. I'm so happy I predicted that in the beginning of the season, just off track. He's not bad.
Lions and Ravens. I have Lions.
Good game. I got Lions too.
I feel like this is.
Ravens could pull it off.
It could go both ways.
It could. I don't think it's. Like I'm saying it could, but I don't think there's a chance at the same time that the Ravens win.
And then moving on to Steelers Rams. I have Rams.
I think that'll be a weirdly good game, but I think Cooper Kupp's coming back for that throne, and he's gonna have a crazy game. I think Rams take it.
And then Cardinals Seahawks. I'm gonna go with Seahawks. I don't see the Cardinals winning a game until Kyler's
Are they in
back.
Seattle too?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to Seattle.
Oddly enough, though, the Cardinals tend to win games in Seattle.
Yeah, sometimes. I just don't think they're going to be able to get it done. It's going to be cold and rainy there too.
Yeah. Green Bay and the Packers and the Broncos. Packers. Not by a lot.
No,
I mean,
it'll be a good game actually. Honestly, like we could see the Broncos offense spark up for one game, but probably not. We say that a lot.
And then we have Chargers, Kansas City. That's going to be a good game.
It's a great game.
I might even say it and go ahead and go Chargers just for fun this week.
I'm going to go Chargers. Okay. Also, because Eckler's coming off of a bad week where he was just coming back.
He was kind of like, I feel like
that Chiefs defense isn't very good at all.
Yeah, that defense is really bad.
The Chargers are an offense-heavy team.
It is at Arrowhead. And I guarantee Taylor Swift is going to be there. So
shut the fuck up. I had to get that one. I'm done with this.
And then I think that's all we have to say. Dolphins and Eagles.
That's my game of the week. I was just about to say. I was trying to remember which game is my game of the week, but it's this one. I got Dolphins.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Eagles.
I got Fins by a
decent
amount.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That same
I think that Eagles offense is kind of hurting.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't see that happening again, though. I think the Eagles offense is hurting a little bit. The defense is definitely hurting. The Dolphins are not struggling. Okay. They had one off week.
And then moving on to Monday Night Football, we have the Niners and the Vikings. I would say this is a good game, but it's not going to be. Even with injury troubles on both teams, I'm still going to go with Niners.
That's literally the injury bowl.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Two teams that were supposed to be good that are super inconsistent. I mean, the Niners are still good. But
Yeah, I was going to say, hold
the
on.
Vikings are horrible.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Niners.
Yeah.
Like, because I got a sleeper on there. I do have a couple busts on there as well. But
and then bye weeks this week is the Bengals, Cowboys, Titans, Jets, Panthers, and the Texans.
damn. Some good teams on bye weeks, honestly, except Panthers.
Except for the Panthers. Yeah. Really bad team.
I think.
Yeah, that's really
I think that just about wraps it up.
This episode short, but
yeah, way shorter than I expected, honestly, for how much we had,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
I feel like we got everything we really need to talk about. There's not really much going on. We won't have a lot to talk about until next week. NBA will be about to start.
Yeah. Right now, we're actually going to go ahead and name our top 30 NBA.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I was not prepped for that.
I think we'll probably do that next week, just right before the games start. We'll go ahead and do our top 25 NBA players.
That would be cool.
But yeah, that's just about it.
I made that list already, so I mean,
did you? I know I have mine right here too. But we appreciate you guys for watching.
Yeah. We have a lot planned coming up soon.
Yeah, we do have a lot planned. Stay tuned for Wednesday for the Prize Picks video and Thursday for our first special episode.
Yeah.
Called Running Back Rundown. You guys will see why on Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in, and we appreciate you. Appreciate you for watching, and we will see you next time.